Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another Z for Fett review. My name is Matt.
My name is Ryan, and today we're doing a speculation
I said
live.
review. Mute this now. That's what I was telling you to do. Mute yourself.
Well, you're gesturing like. I was like, I don't know what you're saying, buddy. We're going live. Well, today we have a special guest with us. We have Sil Abdul, which is one of our nerds.
You're so unprofessional.
And my mouse is somewhere. There it is.
Let me
There he is. Go right ahead, host.
Gosh.
How you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. Just
they can see us fully.
I'm checking out this
This,
test.
oh, like this. Okay, I got you.
Oh man,
I got you. Bam.
Last time
How you
we
like
did
that?
that.
You like that background?
Gosh.
This is pretty sweet.
I thought you've done other streams before.
I have done. This is my second stream, fool.
Oh my goodness.
So
This is real. The videos are real. Y'all really talk like this.
this is real. Yeah, it's definitely. I have. This is what I have to work with here every day. But today we've been bombarded with news, so we must talk about Flashpoint.
Flashpoint, yes.
Yeah, I guess the biggest news today that everybody's been dropping and trying to get a feel for, whatever, is the Michael Keaton. Michael Keaton's either cameo or whatever it is. I don't believe he's doing 8 films like people have. There's so many people that just throw so much out there. It's like he's doing 20 films. It's gonna be like Robert Downey Jr. You know, he's just gonna pop in and pop out like Samuel L. Jackson. I'm like, slow your roll. That ain't gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's one movie, and hopefully he'll have a couple minutes of footage, and maybe
I've even heard people say, "Oh, he's gonna take Affleck's place."
Those are the people who are haters of this, and hated the Zack Snyder universe and don't like the movie coming out on HBO Max, and they're like, course correction, and because they've been preaching this for years. Flashpoint's going to change everything. Flashpoint's going to, they're going to go back in time and erase Ben Affleck from existence. And then a new guy's, Pattinson's going to be the new Batman, even though Henry Cavill and Gal Gadot are way older than Pattinson. Nobody's going to question that. What are your thoughts on that, Sil? What are your thoughts on all that speculation?
Well, man, that was a lot to kind of take at once.
Hey, man, I'm like a volcano. I just erupt.
Hey, I'm used to this. That's why I'm used to this every week, man. But I'll tell you this with I guess let's touch on the Keaton. There is a possibility that they could be setting up for something more. So that is the speculation right now, is that they introduced the multiverse and his whole Burton verse, and then set up something more. So that's intriguing. That's definitely intriguing. And
it is that they're doing that. They're doing that, because that's just something that personally I never would have thought. I was like just cool to see him as Birdman, or I was cool to see him as the Vulture, And so I was like, okay, I've got my Keaton fill. I know he liked the role of Batman. A little bit of history. When he was still assigned to Batman 3, I went out for a casting call for the part of Robin and I met Mally Finn, who was the casting director at the time. Then he left the project because he didn't like the story. Wolfgang Peterson was the director at the time. Then he left the project. That opened up more money. They got Kilmer. They recast. They went with Chris O'Donnell, of course, and then Joel Schumacher from A Time to Kill, and what was the other movie that he did? It was really good.
Did Lost Boys.
He did a lot with Kiefer Sutherland. Yeah. So he had some strong roots in him as far as like a director, and I was like, man, this Batman movie is gonna be great.
Yeah.
And then we got Jim Carrey as the Riddler, and he and so they really camped it up because Joel was trying to go for that 1960s Adam West feel, and that's why whenever you saw the villains on the screen, they always tilted the camera like they did in the 60s, because it was supposed to emulate or show to the audience that that was a skewed version of reality, because they were crooks, they were criminals, so they weren't on the right side of the law, so they tilted the camera to sort of show that to the fans.
Yeah, I mean, that's one thing I challenge though, Ryan, is that Schumacher, I believe he started off a little more grittier, and then the studio wanted to sell some toys.
They did want to sell toys.
Yeah.
It was very. I mean, even the parts when they were fighting with Robin, and they had those light glow sticks and everything, and it was just such. It was so vivid, so saturated with color and all that. And it was a complete departure.
Even Freeze was LED.
Well, Freeze happened later. Freeze happened.
Oh, yeah. We're not gonna talk about that Freeze.
Everybody needs to chill.
But I mean, they shot scenes like they shot a deeper story. They shot a deeper story with Val Kilmer's Batman with the whole big bat, and it was a whole different storyline, and they changed it.
I got the comic, so I mean, I'll have to look at that again because I haven't seen it since I was a kid. It's still in storage. Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, I think that I think it just went goofy from there, and then they tried to come back with Kilmer, not Kilmer, I'm sorry, Bale, and they tried to show a grittier, real world Batman, and then they tried to, and then they tried the same thing because they brought in Nolan for Superman. Because they wanted that sort of real world feel to it as well. And then when they brought in Affleck, it sort of clashed with the Christian Bale Batman as far as the direction that Zach wanted to go with bringing in a Batman, which I prefer Zach's direction because I like the Batmobile better than the Tumbler. I thought the Tumbler wasn't really a Batmobile. It was what it was, and they just painted it black. I thought that the suit was epic. It had the black and then the gray to break up the black. I thought that was excellent because it showed off his muscle tone, and it showed how imposing and scary he could be. And then, man, I mean, I really dig that. And then they kind of took that away a little bit with the Justice League Batman suit, which I think was amalgamation of perhaps what they were building for the Justice or for Zack Snyder's Justice League. Mm-hmm. I think they may have used the same suit. They just maybe repurposed it or maybe made some alterations here and there because they didn't. It wasn't on par with, for me, like the BVS costume was. The BVS costume was like on point. I like that one the best. What do you think?
Justice League Batman sucked overall. I don't you can't defend that with me. After he smiled whenever he saw Superman, that just killed the whole vibe. I was like, that's not bad.
What are you talking about? Did Val Kilmer smile? He was like, not my Batman.
Hey, what's up, Prime? You got Prime in the chat. What's up with you, Prime?
What's up, Prime? Man, if you want to get in here, hit me up, man. I will send you a link. So what do you think about this whole Batfleck getting replaced by Bat?
Well, one thing we're trying to educate people on, and Ryan, we're going to touch on that on Four Nerds on Thursday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. But we're going to talk about the multiverse. People really got to open up their minds to that. It's very possible to have the 1989 Batman, to have the future Battison, and to have Batfleck as well in the multiverse. Yeah. So, it's a very big possibility. And then one of our friends is like, hey, you got Batman on Titans too. So you can go all media platforms right now, with Batman.
It's such an old guy.
In season one, I'm not talking about season two.
Season one was pretty cool. Yeah. Season two was like, who did you hire?
Yeah.
Like,
it was like a hallucination, but
that's Alfred. Yeah, that was Alfred. But yeah, I mean, they could actually pull Grant Gustin in for a little shot, sort of like a an exchange.
Kind of pay it off.
Yeah. I think. I think that would be interesting
with the Flash from Justice League. Like they already have the kind of connective tissue for the multiverse.
Oh yeah,
because they've showed Tim Burton's Keaton.
They showed everything. I mean, that opens the door for Brandon Routh and everything.
I think that was the whole tease, and that's what's going to build up to this, where we actually get the whole thing. What?
Don't hit the table.
Oh,
you're like.
This is real, man. I tell you.
Yeah, so let's see who we have in the chat real quick. Go ahead and read off a couple. No, I'll read them
No,
all.
it's flooding. I can't keep.
So let's
keep breathing.
see
Keep
who we
breathing.
got here. South Cali guy. He's got
South
eyes.
Cali.
And he is
supports
that guy is
everybody.
everywhere. This guy right
He's
here is a
everywhere.
super stalker. You want to make sure you
Straight stalker.
watch out for this guy. And yeah,
No, that's
Prime,
a good
yeah. What is good, man? What's good? There's a lot of good that's
What's
happening.
up, Prime?
Yeah, there's a lot of good that's happening. We're gonna try to get into that a little bit. Let's see. We got a question here. Oh, okay. Well, it wasn't a question for us. I'll answer that anyway. My day has been going pretty good.
I see a question
How's your
mark.
day,
I
Phil?
see a question mark.
All right, never mind. Segue.
Oh man.
Oh man. So anyway, let's. I guess another topic of contention. Was it, no. We're still going to go off on
Keaton.
On Keaton, yeah, we're gonna go off on
Yeah.
Keaton. So I think that how they use him. I mean, he's an older gentleman, but how they use him in the suit is going to really tell me how. What he's going to be as far as like his role.
He's supposed to. We're going to see him do something in the suit.
I don't know if we're going to see him do something in the suit. They might just have him filmed chest down, whatever. I mean, he's an older gentleman.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Right.
they're going to give him an updated version.
I hope so.
I wonder if they're going to change the aesthetic of the suit at all, or if they're going to go with 89, or if they're going to go with 91. Or if they're going to come up with something
I
brand
would hope it's
new.
brand new because he's older.
I mean, like this guy right here.
Well, it has to be some kind of callback to that 89 suit. It has to be some kind of aesthetic callback. To
I
that.
would think so. I would think so. Do you think the ears are going to be as long?
Yes.
Yeah.
All ears. Yes.
Sure. Because I mean, there are people where you can't do much of a change. You can't go off the reservation too far, or you're going to start. People are going to lose their minds.
My fault, Ryan. What's up, Ify in the chat? I'm Shree. What's up,
Oh, no,
guys?
you're good, man. You're good.
They follow 4 nerds, so I got to shout them out. Go ahead, Ryan.
Well, let me give him a little shout out here, just because I'm not on my game tonight. But
that's why I'm here.
Oh no, hey man, I appreciate you. You're my dick. So, but in this universe, you're alive. So, but yeah, I mean, I did I did a little picture today, a little mock-up of Keaton today.
Okay.
I took a picture of him in a 2020 image. I took an image from the 89 Batman, and I just kind of put his face, his mouth behind that. And really, I mean, in a costume, it's going to be, I think, it's going to be really easy for them to sell Keaton as not a geriatric Batman, in that, he's still going to be able to act from the waist up. So, yeah, I think that. Hold on one second. I got another streamer to add. Here we go.
All right. Oh, we almost at 4.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and we have the master of questions in the chat, Bat Dan 530. This guy really brings in the heat. So I mean, he always brings in really good conversation points. So let's see what he says. Hopefully, it's not "What are you doing today, Prime?" So. We'll have a cameo or a substantial role in the Flash movie. Well, that all depends on whether or not it calls for it in the script. Now, according to Sil, the writer of the script is still Christina Hodson, which I'm not happy about. And I'm going to say maybe Keaton is going to swallow a diamond and he has to go and
But realize this.
It seems like a really good plot point.
Realize this, Ryan. Realize this. They're following up Zack Snyder's Justice League, so they have to carry over some story elements.
Man, they're gonna
so that's going to help. That's going to help her story.
I hope so. I mean, as a writer, hopefully you can only get better, and she's going to get better, with more. I'm gonna slap your hand and put that on the decimal time. You get better as you sort of get your footing and get into it, right? Yeah. So I'm hoping that that's the case for her. What do you think, Sir Nerds-a-Lot?
Well, first and foremost, good to meet you, my good man. I don't think I've had the pleasure of meeting you yet. Remind me your name.
Matthew.
Matthew. Yeah. Great to meet you. Now I've met the whole family, basically.
No, you haven't met the whole. Well, I mean, we got one more that jumps on to certain.
Yeah, he's here every now.
Yeah. He's our Batman. He only jumps on when needed.
Oh man, no, but as far as Michael Keaton, people keep saying there's reports going around, and I don't know if I buy this. So you can probably help me confirm this or not. People keep saying that Michael Keaton's gonna be signed on for like 8 movies. Now, to me, that sounds ludicrous. To me, that sounds insane. I don't buy that for 1 minute.
It's one side of the spectrum. They're like, oh, he's just doing this one. Hell no, he's doing 20.
I think
his contract's open-ended.
I think he'll have a very, very small part in it. I don't think it'll be like quite like a cameo, like he's just going to appear. I think he'll have like a small part where it interacts with like Barry Allen for a little bit, but he's not going to be like a substantial part. And the other thing that I totally disagree with is this whole idea of him being like a Nick Fury like figure in the DCEU. I don't buy that at all. Because first and foremost, to compare something in the DCEU to something with the MCU, like
if they were to do something like that, I would say Oracle, but they'd have to introduce background.
Yeah, I don't buy. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I don't buy. Yeah, like Sil just said, I don't buy it one bit. I don't buy him being the Nick Fury of it. I don't buy him being the key to everybody interacting, because that makes no sense, because we already know that the key to time travel and this dimensional thing is Cyborg and the Flash. That is what we know to be the case. Of course, Batman, of course, involved with Batfleck's Batman, but that's what we know at this point. So Michael Keaton being that figure doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna say this because, like, it's been a lot of speculation, and we're kind of taught to kind of let some speculation go sometimes. But when you mess with Batfleck, I gotta say something, man.
Yes.
So just for your audience here, I'm not gonna say too much, but you're gonna get more
PG rated.
You're gonna get more news about Batfleck very soon. Okay, he is not out of the universe.
Yeah.
So just know that. But Keaton, I do believe, just like JDM, I think the Thomas Wayne is gonna have a cameo. Michael Keaton's gonna have kind of like a cameo type of role. It's setting up like a bigger story.
Yes.
I agree.
I do like the theory that I like. I didn't hear about no 8 movies, but I like the theory of setting like a Batman Beyond type of spinoff.
It would
that I buy.
Is that they tease that, at some point, they just
show a Batman Beyond suit.
Background, because Batman is supposed to wear that suit for a certain time until he pulls the gun, and that's in that universe.
Go back and watch the movie. Go back and watch the movie, Matt.
Keaton. Yeah. I thought you're a Batman fan. This is a Batman fan. This is a Batman fan right here, and he doesn't know too much about.
What are you talking? What I don't
remember Batman Beyond the movie?
Yes, I've seen. Yes,
right. Okay. When Bruce pulled the gun on
he was fighting criminals and he was shaking, and then he put it away. It was
all right. So on to the next question.
I know where I'm.
You redeemed yourself, Matt.
By the way,
he's addressing Dawson directly. I don't think they connect the dots correctly. I don't think you connected the dots correctly.
That is not what they said, Ryan.
He said, "Get your facts straight, Dawson."
Be honest here, Ryan. Where's my disagreement?
He ain't putting up with this, Riddler. So, okay. So the next point that we would like to go over, which Zod isn't here, so we can say whatever we would like to about this man. I think personally, if they're going to bring back Keaton, they can bring back Reynolds, but I don't even know if Reynolds wants to do it.
Yeah, no, he already shot himself in Deadpool for looking at the script. I don't think he's that adamant about it.
Uh-oh, I think we lost Dawson. Either that or he's having a seizure.
I was about to say something good about Ryan.
Dawson,
really good.
Hear me? Yeah,
got you.
You can hear me.
He's
going in and out.
You're robotic, bro. You're robotic.
Oh, freak. Hold on. Let me refresh.
Oh yeah, no problem.
It's a little bit
All
better.
right. But what was the question again?
Oh yeah, Ryan Reynolds, man.
Okay, Ryan-
Capacity,
so-
because they're bringing back Keaton, I think
Okay.
that they could bring back him in a similar type role just to show the multiverse, like you said.
Okay, this is the thing.
I don't think he's
Anybody-
I think I'll have a better chance of bringing back Sinestro since that guy's Mark Strong's. He's
Right,
Doctor-
right.
he's Doctor-
yeah, but he for the multiverse,
he could be two characters in the multiverse.
he could be Sinestro.
That's possible. That's very possible.
Yeah. It's Sinestro. That's an
All right,
alien.
all right.
It's
All
an
right.
Two
Multiverse.
against one. Now you guys are
Multiverse.
ganging up on me.
It's
And,
an
and,
alien.
and, yeah, we don't bully.
But no, I'll say this though with Ryan Reynolds. Okay, like I mean, I like Ryan Reynolds. Like that would be very cool if they could find out a way to continue him in the multiverse. But in Zack Snyder's Justice League, he already shot his footage with his Green Lanterns, plural. So Ryan Reynolds wasn't there. Okay, so I want to break it to every scooper out there on Twitter. Ryan Reynolds did not shoot a scene with Zack Snyder. Now in the future, hey, that'd be great if they can do that, but I wouldn't expect that in a Snyder cut.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't expect
Like I
him to-
said in our other Four Nerds, was it Four Nerds? I don't know if it was or not. If it was, that's cool. If not, then whatever. No, it was. It was Four Nerds. We were talking about the Green Lanterns. That's episode 2.
Yeah, that was it.
I think that, and I lost my point because I was trying to figure out what.
What's up,
what I said.
Hugo in the chat? What's up with you?
I forgot what I was going to say. Next, next point of contention. Let's see, Nerdy's back. Okay, Nerdy's back. Let's see what he had to say.
What did I say about Ryan Reynolds?
So as far
Eventually.
as Ryan Reynolds, the main argument that people are posing about him possibly being in a King Snyder's Justice League, future Green Lantern, and like
All right, I'm going to monologue till he gets back here.
is
But anybody that's telling you that Ryan Reynolds is like for sure Green Lantern, just take that with a huge grain of salt.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, no scenes were shot, and like I said, I don't know how that's going to turn out.
That's what
Guys
I was
hear me
going
now?
to say. Oh,
Can you guys hear me now?
Yes. Well, no.
What is up with? I don't understand.
it
what's
must
going
be
on here.
Frontier.
That's Frontier. It's the heck.
That's not Comcast. Okay, but what I was going to say earlier was I want to see who Zach would choose as the Green Lantern. Who would he cast? I want to see his cast. That's why, same thing with Dick Grayson. I wanted to see who he would have cast, but that's not going to happen. So I'd like to see who he would cast for either Hal Jordan, John Stewart, Kyle Rayner. We're not going to get Guy Gardner, but oh my gosh, we lost Sil, and Nerdy's kind of here. Nerdy, can you hear me? Okay.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
I hear you now.
All right, loud and clear.
Yes.
All right, cool. Sill's back. We're all back. Everybody's back. This is good. But
Loving.
to put my thoughts out there about Ryan Reynolds. Oh my gosh, Sill, man. But the main thing that people are bringing up about him possibly being back as Green Lantern is the whole idea about Deadpool 3 not happening with Disney. As long as Disney owns Deadpool, they're not going to make a Deadpool 3.
Right.
And so the future of that character is dead.
Yeah.
And so what other option does he have right now besides, starting fresh with something else? He has the Green Lantern. And while the movie wasn't good, he still has a following of people who liked him as Green Lantern. And, we could possibly see him in a very, very, very small cameo in Zack Snyder's Justice League, even if he's not a lantern, right? He can just simply just be there because, he just wants to be.
Yeah.
But again, nothing is set in stone with the future of the DCEU as far as future projects like Green Lantern, who's in it, Green Lantern Corps and stuff. But I don't know. I could see it happening, but I also doubt it to be true at this point.
Right.
You
Right.
could probably pull a Harrison Ford and just take the money and that's it.
I'm only here for the
Yeah,
paycheck.
you'll fake a smile.
That's not how the Force works. Is that a good take? Because that's the only one I'm doing.
I refuse to care anymore.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I think the only one that hell, after that trilogy was over, and Mark Hamill doesn't even care. He's like, I'm just doing it for a check. Still a cultured nerd saying Grace Randolph could be wrong. That's a hot take right there. That's a hot take. I mean, okay. I do believe I like Grace Randolph. I like watching her. It's very amusing, and I think that she has some good connections, and I think she has some good, you know, what do I want to say? She has good contacts, but the place where I differ for her is when she starts talking about speculation, you know, and her interpretation of things. That's where I differ, and that's where I would love to have a conversation, you know, because that to me is funny, you know, or fun whenever I disagree. That's why it's always fun when we disagree. So,
And
Right on
still, I
time
know
for
you.
that.
I know you have something to say about this. I know you do.
That question down there about
I
Grace.
don't watch much Grace right now.
I will back Dan. No, I'll say this. I'm gonna tell this audience here because, like I said, I think I can get away with a lot right now at this hour
where are you,
on the East-
Nicotina?
on the Eastern Coast. But okay, my sources, which is with Culture Nerd, which we talk with Lycast, we all kind of share sources. We asked them about what Grace said today about Green Lantern, and they laughed at us. Okay, they laughed at us for asking if Ryan Reynolds is Green Lantern. So, just saying.
Well,
Okay.
Just saying. Lycast, what's
He's
wrong with
frozen in.
It's lost for words.
You stumped Nerdy yet again.
Hey, that's what they did to us. They laughed at us. So take that how you want. Like I said, grain of salt. It's a rumor. It's nothing confirmed. So I mean, we'll see. I would love to see Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah,
but I have a hard time saying that he's going to be in the Snyder Cut.
Well, see, I don't think he's going to be in the Snyder Cut at all. I think, if anything, he's the only chance that this man has to be back in a DC property as Green Lantern is going to be the Flashpoint film. That's the only one, and then the only reason why I say that is only because of Keaton. Before that, you heard me. When I talked to, did you just wake up, Nerdy? It looked like it just looked like he woke up. What the hell?
Sorry, my internet's being stupid
goes
right
up
now.
right.
Yeah.
Damn,
Well,
I'm really
StreamYard's
bored.
acting up. But Ryan, Grace said specifically, Ryan Reynolds for the Snyder Cut, and the other blogger guy, which I'm gonna stop saying his name. He also jumped in with her with that, saying that he's in the Snyder Cut, and there's no basis to it right now.
Yeah,
That's true. Yeah.
So I mean, again, that was the only reason why I said that there was a possibility. Before Keaton, I was like, nah, this ain't gonna happen. And I'm beyond that. I mean, I want to see, as far as like Green Lanterns are concerned, I want to see Zach's interpretation, and then I am looking forward to the Berlanti Green Lantern, because I know hopefully they're going to cover the spectrum.
Yeah,
and I mean, and if that were the case, we might see something like this. So.
Hey, what's up to ZZ in the chat? What's up with you, ZZ? Yeah, I'm looking forward to a Green Lantern core.
That for a minute.
That's disturbing on so many levels. Like, that's like Magic. That's like Magic Mike meets Green Lantern. That's what that
is. Well, who else was in Magic Mike? Deathstroke. So.
Oh gosh, that's a good point. Gosh dang it.
We promises.
We promises. What's up? Who said that? ZZ, what's up?
None. How are you tonight? Let's see. Nicholas K. I do not want to see. The only thing, no. But what I would love to see if they do this Keaton thing is I would love to see. We got him for Rise of Skywalker. I'd love to see Two-Face, Billy D. Williams come in as a cameo for Two-Face. He never got to. He played Harvey Dent. He never got to get to the Two-Face story arc or whatever they put him. They cast him specifically in the first Batman for that role.
Yep,
he was supposed to be Two-Face in part 2, and I don't know if those negotiations fell through or what happened, but it didn't happen. And I would love for Warner Brothers, AT&T, whatever, to make amends and just give us a little bit. Yeah,
that's a good point, Ryan. When you put an actor like Billy D. Williams, at that time he was coming off of his apex as an actor, and you put him as a role to set up something. Like they were setting up Two-Face for sure.
Oh yeah, and then we got Tommy Lee Jones, and that's just like,
we don't negotiate with terrorists. Oh God. Oh, 45. Hey,
I
that's
want to make sure the chat knows Nicolas Cage is not coming back.
Oh
in the,
God,
in
no!
the Burton
I'm so
verse.
glad they cut his hair and never let him.
I want everybody to know that it's not happening. But watch a documentary by Schnepp. That's a very good documentary.
Yeah,
about the death of Superman.
Yes, and that thing died, and I am so happy. It didn't even take kryptonite to kill that thing.
That's all we needed. That's all we need is a documentary. It's okay. Just leave it there.
Let's see, Hugo. If we're talking
what?
Mike, maybe Channing Tatum for Captain Marvel from Another Earth. maybe that would be an interesting take. Maybe that's the next Berlanti HBO Max spinoff. Because I mean, he wanted to be what's his face, Mr. Card Guy. What's his name from Marvel?
Oh,
I forget that they had him in Wolverine.
Oh, Gambit.
Yeah.
And that he was promoting that forever until that finally fell.
That would have been cool too. I think they would have done a good job.
It would
with
have been
that.
dope. I love Gambit. That would have been pretty cool.
Yeah,
because at that time they'll set up the Logan movie. Like they had some good creative juices going at that time.
Sure.
They would have pushed up that Gambit. That would have been cool. I think.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. Something new, something different.
The actor for Gambit in X-Men Origins Wolverine, though, I feel like got shortchanged with that. I can't remember his name.
The Johnny Depp lookalike from Scream. What's his name?
he was in John Carter.
He was
also in Friday Night Lights.
It's an underrated movie.
It is. Thank you.
Yeah. Underrated
advertising destroyed that movie.
Yeah.
Or lack
they
thereof.
shortchanged it. Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so Max Schreck. Oh my goodness, replaces Harvey Dent. Yeah, he did. I mean, I love Christopher Walken, but he was really weird in that. It was almost like a Me Too kind of thing.
No, it fit. It fit.
Come on,
it fit the movie. It fit the movie though.
Batman Returns is like besides Batman and Robin, Batman Returns is like one of the very few Batman films I just really don't like.
Really?
I really don't like that one.
I thought it was a little goofy with the penguins running on the streets with little, and that was a dumbass line in Justice League.
Yes.
I don't know. Was it Alfred or was
penguins,
it?
Yeah.
How did we get on Justice League?
Wait,
Let's go back.
Reset the timeline. It was so just thrown in there. You could tell it didn't even. There was no context. It was.
What's the problem with that? No, you just talking about exploding penguins, exploding bots. That's it.
I can't kick him out of my stream.
With Batman Returns, I just had a problem with like Penguin was gross to me. Catwoman, people keep saying Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwoman was hot. She grossed me out. She grosses me out to this day.
It's Tim Burton. Tim Burton.
That's true. That's a good point.
It's the Burton universe.
As far as like Batman 1989, I really like the tone of that. But Batman Returns, I feel like went the extra step towards Tim Burton.
It was the only thing I didn't like about more of Batman Returns was the claustrophobicness of the set. I feel, and that is to me Tim Burton's weakness. Like if you watch Sleepy Hollow, you can tell damn near 90% of that is on a closed lot. It's not. It just, and he could feel it. Same thing with his Planet of the Apes movie. When they weren't outside, they were inside that little village or whatever. It just felt so much like a set, like a TV set, not a movie set, a TV set. And I think that's it has a stylistic vision, but it just really looked small and not grand. I like Tim Burton, but I'm not a Frankenweenie Nightmare Before Christmas kind of guy.
Like in Batman Returns when they light up that Christmas tree in Gotham and there's only like 30 people there for lighting up the Christmas tree. And it's like, how big is Gotham City? I'm pretty sure it's more than 30 people.
That town, Gotham, is very Jewish.
Hey, Hugo, you didn't see Nick Cage as Superman, so don't say he's your favorite. Don't say that. I know.
Pull up an image from it did not get a look up for me. DC Bros, what's up? What's up, DC Extended?
DC Extended.
I didn't like Max Schreck. I didn't like Max Schreck's hair. I thought his hair was very. It just reminded me of Doc Brown from.
It was out of nowhere. It was out of nowhere, really. It just did not. It didn't fit anyone else. Like there was normal people, and then there was Shaq.
We gotta go back to the future.
Now listen, I got a favor. I got a fever,
Plutonium.
and the only cure is more cowbell. I need that cowbell.
That was good. The cowbell was good.
Hey, they brought Christopher Walken on the set. They said, "Just be yourself, Christopher Walken. Just ad lib."
I like it when he's just a little bit more scary. That one he was just a little bit too charismatic.
I love in Big Bang Theory when the guy does a Christopher Walken impression. He's like, "Mother, I should have known not to fly over a volcano, but I did."
I don't know what Earth did Justice League take place in. Like, is there like an Earth that can never be seen or heard from again?
It wasn't Earth Prime. I know that.
No, it wasn't Earth Prime.
Bizarro
It was one of
world.
those weird, obscure worlds.
Bizarro
One-
world. I'm saying.
One of them dark universe, dark multiverse Earths. Yeah.
Are there no?
Oh,
Man, let's see. That's the 10 line. Yeah, it was the worst. I agree. That line just it was.
No, he said Ben is looking his worst. He said he has no
Ben?
problem with the line.
I have a problem with the
no
line.
problem with the
No, no,
line.
no.
Don't misread me.
Thanks, Matt. Thank you, Matt. Thank you.
I was cool with it because it made the world bigger, not smaller, man.
Well, that's what Flash is supposed to do, not Batman.
No, that's the multiverse. That's the universe.
They weren't doing multiverse back then.
freaking Matt is killing me.
I'm glad Matt's here. I'm really glad that he's here to keep you in check.
They did, and I remember that they even tried to like do a lot of McDonald's Batman Returns toys, and
Yeah.
parents got nuts about that because of the tone of the film. They
Right.
felt it was too dark for kids.
Oh, it was creepy for kids. Like at that time when I watched it, I was kind of creeped out at
That was
first.
the multiverse with Penguin's dad. He was in Gotham as well as Batman Returns. So they started that prior to Justice League.
Well, they were setting that up to connect to the Nicolas Cage Superman. They really were.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh,
They
you're
really
talking
were.
about yes. Yeah, well, because that was Tim Burton. That
Yeah.
was Tim
Yeah.
Burton. And I thought you were talking about connecting Nicolas Cage to the Gotham television.
Oh no.
The bat suit in Gotham ruined it enough.
My mind.
Hey, Lightcast, he's putting like spoilers, then he's retracting them. I need somebody to ban Lightcast.
Oh, right.
Ban Lightcast.
Hashtag don't let Matt on.
right.
So we got through those spoilers. Oh my
Oh.
god. So let's see. I had some other images that I wanted to talk about.
Oh, please, no.
Oh no, I don't have.
Oh, good,
what's-
good. This is
what's his
beautiful.
name?
That's not bad. Not bad.
School of Rock.
Jack
from,
Black.
Jack Black. Yeah, I don't have him as Green Lantern today. So,
Good.
so what do you
Very
guys think
good.
about
Thank
guy,
you.
right?
Thank you.
Do you think that we're going to see him as his version of the Batman, or do you think we're only going to see him as an older Thomas Wayne that is sort of run down and maybe not a crime fighter?
I really hope to see his version of Batman. I really hope to see it.
I hope to see.
Because-
What I'm asking is, what do you think is going to happen? This isn't Zach. This is
Right. I
someone
think
else.
we'll see it very briefly. I think we'll see his Batman very briefly. Again, similar to what I said about Michael Keaton, a brief interaction with Barry Allen and kind of talking with him. I don't think he's going to have as big. Well, now that Michael Keaton's involved, I have a hard time seeing Jeffrey Dean Morgan having a bigger role than Michael Keaton, which sucks. But I might be wrong about that. But I would love to see Jeffrey Dean Morgan be more involved. But I don't think he'll be totally, fully in, the entire story.
Right. This the problem I have. This is the problem I have with the Flash casting is that a lot of people are taking the old casting list that was
From
last year
2019, yeah.
before we got the announcement of Zack Snyder's Justice League. That changed everything. Okay.
Right.
Like they were trying to change everything at first. They was taking out Iris. They was doing all kinds of weird stuff. And then when Zack Snyder came back, you got the Iris character back because she's in Zack Snyder's Justice League. So you got to bring her back for the next movie.
Right.
Then all of a sudden you got this Keaton talk. Like, where did that come from? And then you got the JDM talk. So, I mean, everything's going to fall into place. Like, this is Zack Snyder's vision. JDM was in BVS. He's going to be in a future movie. I have no doubt in that. And we'll just follow the continuity.
Yeah. So Batman's coming back.
I really think see him in the suit, but with Jeffrey D. Morgan, I feel like he's gonna be like on the floor with Bruce in his hands, and we're gonna see like the alley scene, but it's gonna be from like his perspective.
Yeah,
I feel like that's the route
that'd be
to go
cool.
with the whole cameo thing.
So in this Flashpoint movie, do you guys think we're going to see these cats go at it?
I don't think so.
Not at all.
Personally.
Not at all.
all.
Not at all. So it's going to be completely deviated from that because I think that's too big of a theatrical. I mean that's Justice League. You know,
That's a Justice League movie.
Yeah, it is. And
Yeah.
I mean, do you think we're going to see Henry Cavill Superman in here anywhere? I mean, or do you think they're just going to contain it to the I guess as far as like possibly Ben Affleck showing up either in the beginning or the end, and then just a Ray Fisher and Ezra Miller movie.
Well, I want to ask this. What do you think the title of the movie is for this Flash movie? Because everyone keeps saying Flashpoint. And
Flash.
I think
don't
it's
know.
just
they did release Flashpoint back at what
last year.
It was last year
Before Zack Snyder came back. That's what I'm saying. Like everything changed. Everything changed. They took some elements from that old script, but it's a new director now. Zack Snyder's on board now. They're not calling it Flashpoint right now. Like if they change that late in the game, then okay. But this is not a Flashpoint movie. Like everybody has to accept that.
Yeah,
it's not.
Right.
You know.
So do you think there's going to be a change of, in the title that they're going to call it like Flashdance?
No, I think it'll be. I think it'll be the Flash.
Confirmed.
Yeah,
The Flash dance.
I think it'll be the Flash. Yeah,
Yes,
I'm taking just the Flash movie or the Flash or however they put it, but it's not going to be the Flashpoint story. Yeah.
Right. It's the Flash movie with elements of Flashpoint, but not the whole flushed out storyline, as far as I understand.
And then I want the whole thing. Like I want it for later.
Yeah.
Like in a later film.
It's kind of like again with BVS, how it has moments of Dark Knight Returns and moments of the death of Superman. Zack Snyder's universe doesn't just straight up adapt storylines; it takes elements of them and creates it into its own. And so to have a story or a movie named after a specific story would be very much limiting to the vision. Of course, even if Zack Snyder's not directing it, but still, it would be very much differentiated from the norm.
And if he's producer, then his hands are all over it.
That's true. That's right.
And it's the same thing with. I mean, that's what a producer's role is to get the hands all in it. So I like this this comment right here because John Wesley Shipp did have a costume fitting for his Flash for the CW when they did that crossover or whatever. So he already has that. And and he's older, but that Flash was a spinoff from, again, the same thing with the Batman movies. Tim Burton's Batman movies was the same. I believe it had the same composer or whatever. They also had Mark Hamill as the trickster and whatever. But do you think that he could also have a small cameo or appearance or whatever as that version of Barry Allen, an older version, if they do in fact not change the age or do any sort of de-aging to Michael Keaton to make him sort of look or appear perhaps younger? And the same thing with Linda Carter, because I mean, even though she's old, she's good.
What's the question?
There's a lot of things being thrown at us.
The question has been asked.
So I guess I'll take a stab at this. So that's a lot of characters to throw into a movie. That's a lot of things to throw at the audience. And so even if we get people like John Wesley Shipp or Linda Carter, it would be very, very brief. Like,
brief.
Yeah. But like, I don't know.
Go ahead, Dustin.
Oh, sorry. But because like the Crisis on Infinite Earths is still very much fresh in people's minds. And a lot of people did not like it. A lot of people felt like it wasn't handled well. And so it's still fresh in their minds of something that they didn't enjoy. Mm-hmm. And so to try to recreate something like that soon, I don't think would be a good business move.
Okay.
Yeah. So John Wesley Shipp, he was in the Flash CW show, right?
Yeah, he played. He played
the Flash, right?
Father, and then he also played Original Flash, which is
they in the Crisis. They brought back the original Flash from the TV show, and on the TV show they killed him. So I think his story's done.
That's fair.
Okay, I'll take that as an answer. Yes.
Well, hey, Ryan, I got a dip. But,
yeah, hey man, thank you for coming on, man. I appreciate it. Anytime, you're always welcome on this channel.
Absolutely, it's great to meet you, Matt. Good to see you, Sil. And I'll see you guys. I mean, we'll be talking in Twitter all day. So, all good.
Yeah. I'll be deconfirming everything.
See you guys.
All right, Dawson.
Okay, so yeah, we have covered that Aquaman and Wonder Woman, their arc won't be covered in the Flash movie. I do hope we will get a Ben Affleck cameo either in the beginning or the end of the movie. If Keaton's an old man, Batman lists. Oh wait, that's the same one. Do Batpoint.
Ignore like ass.
Rebranding. And I'm down. Let's do this. Move forward with this. So we're gonna hashtag Batpoint. The Flash Nerds Paradox. That's even better. Oh my god! Hey, it could be Batpoint, the Flash Nerds Paradox. That could be the subtitle. Very nice. I like it. I'm sure you okay. There's a reason why I'm saying the future of Zack Snyder is one will be directing the Flashpoint movie because Flashpoint equals JL movie.
Well,
but yeah,
I'm sure the thing is Zack is not exactly setting up Flashpoint. He is setting up elements of it, and then the Flash director is kind of taking that and doing the movie. But I don't think we're really going to see a Flashpoint movie on the screen. I really don't see that.
Yeah. I thought that if they would say what I originally wanted was I wanted a Flash movie, just a concrete Flash movie. It could have Cyborg in it as well, buddy cop movie sort of. But I was hoping that maybe Zach's plan for JL2 was a Flashpoint movie because he's the one that's handling the Justice League epic scale movie. So I would think that the Flashpoint movie would just be Justice League Part 2, just not called Flashpoint. The Flash would have his movie, sort of introduce some of his rogues gallery, and show that that he's formidable. Because from what we saw in Justice League, which is completely different from what we will get in Zack Snyder's Justice League, you don't really get a good feel for who his character is, other than a guy that likes to lay on top of Wonder Woman. With a Flash movie, you kind of can dive a little bit deeper. I mean, you got the one scene with him and Billy Crudup in the police station where he's sort of just visiting his father and then telling his father, or I don't know if that happens in Zack Snyder's, where he gets hired by CCPD. But I mean, we really don't get to feel for exactly who he is, and I really wanted to kind of just focus on him and not the spectacle. Right. But now that we're getting the spectacle, I'm like, all right. I mean, if this is where you're gonna go balls deep.
Are we getting the spectacles? That's the thing. It's like all this news that we're getting, I think is just cameos. JDM, Michael Keaton. I think we're going to get a Flash story. He's just going to stumble across the multiverse. I think that's what the movie is.
I really want a Flashpoint movie because they already ruined the whole Jason Todd arc that I really wanted from Batman solo movie when they said that that outfit was Dick Grayson's. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, last hope.
I thought really they could have. I thought they could have dove, but Sil has an interesting theory about Grayson. Go ahead, Sil.
With Grayson?
Yeah.
He's dead.
And that's your theory. No, I think it was actually Zod. It was Joseph. He said, he said that at the end when they do the Flashpoint, that they could actually bring Grayson back as far as changing the timeline. But if you don't get a sense of who he is prior to, if you don't set up that first interaction, there's no payoff. Yeah. Like you see the guy in the boy shorts at the end, but it's like, I mean, he's older than that now, and he'd be Nightwing at that point in time, and so there'd be a little bit of a disconnect, and the only people that actually get it are DC fans, All right, so Justice League 2 and 3 was going to be a two-parter movie. Justice League 2, Lois dies and Superman succumbs to the anti-life equation. Justice League 3, Flash, Batman, and Cyborg go back in time. But
listen, everybody,
do they get the sports almanac?
Listen, everybody. Everything has changed. Okay, everything has changed now. So that old script, I would throw it out the window right now.
I think that script would be very valuable, and you wouldn't want to throw it out the window. You probably would preserve it.
Figuratively.
Aha! Okay, Justice League 3 could have elements of Flashpoint. Barry messes up, and they spend the first arc in the Flashpoint timeline, and Ben Affleck's Batman can tease Thomas Wayne Batman.
Not tease,
maybe.
Look, you read it your way, I'll read it my way. My way was a little bit more interesting. So, I don't know if they would tease Thomas Wayne in the third act of Justice League if they're going to do it here in the Flashpoint. I don't know. What do you think? Do you think that they'll? Do you think that they will mess? I don't think that they would even mess with the timeline again. If they're going to do it, I don't think they're going to allow Barry to do it
just
twice.
Dark Apocalypse War. He did it again.
He did do it again, but that was at the very end, and you didn't really see what he did.
Basically fucked up. Everything. There.
So yeah. So what's your take on that? Do you think that they could do a reset twice for Flash, for Ezra Miller's Flash?
Well, I mean, the rumor is this first Zack Snyder's Justice League that we're going to see like a mini reset in the movie. That's a rumor,
right? Because of Cyborg's, the Earth has to be in the right position at the right tilt and the right trajectory.
Yeah, so we're gonna see if Zack Snyder is he going to continue that, because he kind of combined the script, 1 and 2, and made this Snyder cut. He's going to polish this up and give it to us. What is he going to do next?
With the Bill and Ted movie coming out?
Not at all.
It's time travel.
It's time travel.
Time cop.
They have a random.
I want to say this though, Ryan. Like with Zack Snyder's Justice League, we have no idea. Since he's talking about doing chapters and how we're going to, we have no idea if he's going to branch this out to another set of chapters, or if he's just setting up movies at this point and being an executive producer. We have no idea at this point. But right now, it's not a JL 1, 2, 3. This is Zack Snyder's Justice League as a whole. You see, so he can stuff more episodes if he wants. We have no idea at this point.
Yeah. No, I mean the page is blank from our perspective because we have no idea.
Gosh, I'd really want it to like keep going and end on JL3 and then just reset like Apocalypse War and then just keep going. But these actors are so freaking old now.
Well, that's the thing, pause, not stop. But when you pause, they didn't stop aging. Even though we have de-aging technology, it's like these people are getting old. I mean, hell, he's in his late 60s, right? Like 66, 67, something like that.
Jeez.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it's only a matter of time before he's gonna be fat dust. So, anyway, me too. I still gutted. We missed on Seth Graham-Smith and Rick Famuyiwa. Flash films plus Ezra and Grant Morrison's treatment. But yeah, I know we did miss their treatment because they did miss they did go a different route. And they're going to Christine Hodson.
Keep this in mind, though. Machete, he's taking a lot of elements. Well, he's trying to take some good elements from those past scripts. So I think we're going to like what he puts together. Plus, he's following Zack Snyder's Justice League, so he has that blueprint, to go forward. So I think we're going to like what he does.
I hope so. I mean, at what point do you see we're going to see Pennywise?
I want to strangle you
and credit scene.
Zack Snyder's. I'm asking if Zack Snyder's Justice League is successful. Then would they make Zack Snyder's Justice League 2 and then Zack Snyder's Justice League 3, or are they going to make a condensed, combined version?
This is my theory. We got to get out of the idea of movies at this point. We got HBO Max. We got the theaters. Like, they can use whatever medium they want now. Yeah. So I mean, we can call it Justice League 2. It's a lot they can do without kind of putting it in the box right now.
My question is, aside from producing, do you think that Zack Snyder will direct anything beyond Zack Snyder's Justice League?
I believe so. I have a strong, and this is a super rumor like that. I want to make sure everybody knows this is not the culture nerd. This is not about saying this, but I really do believe Zack Snyder would do a Cyborg movie eventually. I really do believe that.
Okay, but because I've heard, I mean, of course, this is all rumor, but I heard that that his movie was going to be a series.
Well, yeah, and see, yeah, I say movie, and then I'm like, we got to think it's a series involved too.
That don't think of things in movies. You got to think of things. It could be any type of media.
I just said that. But yeah, I do believe Zack Snyder would do some type of cyborg something.
I hope so. I mean, do you think he's still going to be in the pajamas?
Well, it's all about CGI,
I know. Okay, so they gave Ryan Reynolds, and he also made fun of it that he wore the pajamas, right? Do you think that the Green Lantern, whoever they choose, is going to wear pajamas, or do you think it's going to be an actual suit, like a Tron suit or something that lights up and it's physical?
What do you think, Matt? He's thinking really hard right there.
Oh man, I hope they do an actual suit. I don't want like a Ryan Reynolds suit. I mean, obviously,
I love the way that it, they even do the the PNGs or not PNGs, the gifs of him smashing his hand and like it just kind of forms on him. I like that.
I'd go as far as give him the wrap that he has around his arm, break it and just make the hard light thing right there. That's as far as I'd go. I wouldn't go too flashy with the green.
Okay.
You already leave it to the ring.
The only thing I don't like is the weird smoky crap that's all over him.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mind him glowing, but I don't need smoke. I mean, even though he has a lantern, but it just kind of looks a little odd to me. Even though it is alien.
I'm thinking pajamas.
Pajamas are always a good choice. Very comfortable. I would love to see Booster Gold. I would love to see him come back. From the future, same thing with Eobard Thawne, just sort of try to fix things, but just ruin them. But I would love to see, maybe a Booster Gold and Blue Beetle team up movie or whatever, like they were hinting at.
Gosh, I want to see a Blue Beetle kind of cyborg movie. I think that'd be pretty cool.
If they ever win, that would be awesome. If they I guess sort of interacted with the Reach, and Black Beetle and Green Beetle, because there are Martians in this world and everything like that.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
That'd be really
cool. Possibilities.
And I was hoping that we would, somebody mentioned in Tyler's stream about the Thanagarians. I would love to see a Thanagarian war.
Yeah.
That would be pretty dope. To just have them come to Earth. I mean, you're going to already have the precursor in the Black Adam movie, and you're going to have Hawkman and Hawkgirl. It would be awesome to see the Thanagarian lore sort of be introduced that way, and then maybe it's explored a little.
I'm all for world building. I'm tired of keeping the world small, man. I want it bigger.
Multiverse.
Yeah. Yep. Everybody likes Maltese.
Nothing with Lycast. Keep skipping.
Oh, okay. I'll skip Lycast.
That's actually good. That's actually a good one. That's actually a good one. Oh, go back.
Go back. Okay. Oh wait, no. That's okay. Hold on. This is the answer. Oh no, wait. It's the same.
He question. Just repeated what I said. That's all Lycast does.
Okay. Got you. A little off topic. Well, we've been all off topic all night.
Yeah,
it's been on my mind for ages. And want to hear others' takes. Do you think David Ayer's Suicide Squad will contradict Birds of Prey or not? I hope so. I hope to hell it contradicts everything in that stupid movie. I'm so sorry. If you like the movie, I'm sorry. But I mean, who likes a movie where the plot is that, Batgirl steals a diamond from a maniac, it eats it or swallows it, has to get some, laxative to poop it out, and then you blow up Black Mask at the end, like Jaws chud,
it's a masterpiece.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Birds of Prey is a standalone movie, like in a weird that's true, but in a weird way, David Ayers was setting up possibly Joker and Harley breaking up in an Ayer cut.
Yeah.
So in a weird way, Birds of Prey continues that story. I hate to give that credit, but
and look who came in. What's up? He's like, I'm on the came in for the side.
All right, I'm out.
Oh. All right, you two, we're gonna have to hash this out.
Kyle, no.
I know, I don't have that clip.
I wish I could. No, I can't.
All right, so I guess we're gonna start over for this guy here.
No.
What do you think of the Keaton rumor? Yeah, no, we're starting from the beginning. I'm sorry, we're at that hour. We're
Another
resetting.
hour,
So,
Hey, can we take Lycast comment out of the chat?
The Thanagarians are his backstabbers.
Let's delete that comment. That's a spoiler.
Hey, can we get the ticker out of my face? Oh, there we go. Yeah, I'm like down here.
I'll get the ticker out of your face. Boom. Done.
Ah, that's so much better.
Oh, yeah.
You got some mods in here? My God. Lycast, my guy. I'm just playing.
So what's going on? All right. There we go. We're off and running now.
All right. So what do you think of the Michael Keaton rumor? Is it a fact or isn't it a fact that it's a fact?
I would say based on the fact that the Culture Nerd, they ran with it. It's a fact.
Confirmed.
It's confirmed. It's all but confirmed. And, I think, the whole Michael Keaton Batman thing, it's going to be more of, what is this? What the heck? That's pretty cool.
Well, Nick, 1 second.
What?
Culture Nerd said they're in talks right now, so we are waiting for it to be signed. So just want to make sure that's clear. Go ahead.
Oh, there we go. Exactly. But the thing is that I think there should be both versions in the Flashpoint movie.
That version.
No.
Yeah. All abs. I want the all abs version.
Oh yeah. Well, he's been working out. He's got to show it off.
Oh yeah.
So out of the Batman Tim Burton universe, what other character would you like to see them sort of, I guess, have in the background, or is Michael Koff still alive or is he deceased?
That's a good question. Chat, y'all know that?
Deceased. Should be deceased.
Nick
Who
should
was that?
know.
Who was that? Was that Alfred?
Yeah, that was.
Oh,
Alfred.
he's dead. He's dead.
Okay.
Actually, no, he's deceased. I'm sorry, that was kind of rude.
He-
I'm like, oh yeah, he's dead. He's 6 feet under.
Yeah.
I think he said it again.
Like, don't say it like that. He's no longer with us.
Yeah, he's passed on. Yeah, no, he's no longer with us. I want to say he went back in like 2015, 2014.
Okay,
So,
I'll take
probably even before that. But they could digitally add him.
No.
But I think if
lost their mind.
If they're gonna add anyone at all, it would be the because the guy who played Commissioner Gordon, he's dead too.
Yeah.
So I would say oh yeah, that's a good one. Who is that?
Lando.
Oh,
It's sort of a Lando. What was that guy's name from Batman Dark Knight?
Billy D. Williams.
No, it was Billy D. Williams, and then the other half.
Be in it. He should be the one they show in the background, Billy D. Williams, and it's like, oh, Lando,
Yeah,
all right,
amazing, because he lost out of it on his role, and I thought that was really crappy. And we got this goofball Tommy Lee Jones, who's heard of him, and his makeup was horrible. Number two,
and his hair was like sticking out.
Too colorful.
Yeah, very colorful.
Oh my goodness. That was crazy, but yeah. So what do you think about? I guess we're also not going to have this storyline if we're not going to have this storyline.
No.
So all
Just watch the animated film if you want that.
Oh, I have the animated film. I enjoy it thoroughly.
Yeah.
That the animated universe that they had was amazing.
Yeah, it really was. That was a good one too.
But it still didn't encompass everything. Ryan, like with that Flashpoint story in the comics, like there was so much more to that.
Certainly.
The Superman side of it, like his whole thing.
Even if they ever tried to attempt to pull off the blackest or the darkest night.
Oh man.
Brightest Day, Darkest Night, you couldn't do it in a movie. You couldn't even I don't think you could even do it in a trilogy.
Sounds like a series, right, Ryan?
Sounds like a series, but I don't know if Berlanti can handle that.
I think they could do it. HBO Max. Yeah. I really do believe that. No intel on that, but I do believe they could do it.
Okay, you heard it here first. Still has confirmed that they are
rumor
that story arc,
like Grace Randolph.
Series.
The cultured nerd has confirmed.
Cultured nerd, yes.
Billy D. Williams will be in Flashpoint.
Duh.
As Jon Stewart.
Amazing. Like, I thought I told you, Batman. I don't know where she is. But drink this Colt 45 and that'll take the edge off.
Well, Matt don't know about Colt 45. You know about that, Matt?
He knows how to drink this Coors Light.
Yeah, no, nothing about that.
Colt 45. Steel Reserve, you know? Oh.
Nothing about that.
Get the real Birds of Prey, please.
It's over. Birds of Prey is over.
Birds of Prey is dead.
Yeah.
Okay, we're done. All right, so moving on. That's an easy
it's dead.
If you're not Nightwing, I could care less about Birds of Prey.
I love you, IP, but yeah, Birds of Prey is dead.
No. According to Seal, those aren't bombs. He's dropping something else.
No, Lycat's not lying. If y'all saw his comment, he's not lying.
Yeah.
Bam.
That's what we need.
I didn't want you to bring that up.
that was the only one he didn't want you to bring up, and you brought it up.
I was like, ooh, I was attracted to it. All right, I have not seen. Oh, you know what? This is a good point here. I'll read his comment, and then I want to talk to you about this. I'm a huge Harley Quinn fan, but it was saddened the plot. When I heard about it, the only way I could view it is Harley was an unreliable storyteller, which I agree. They tried to do the Deadpool thing. Again, that's Christine Hodson. She doesn't know what the hell she's doing. And moving on. What do you guys think of Margot Robbie playing her alternate version in the Flash movie? I forgot what her name is in that. It's like
something to do with Yo-Yo. I don't know.
Yo-Yo or Lollipop or something. I forget, but she was like fighting in the animated movie. I remember her fighting Cyborg.
It was Batman. She was fighting Batman.
Oh, Red. Right.
Yeah.
She was mad at him.
Yeah.
And I forgot what her name is. But what do you think about Margot Robbie doing that?
I was saying that.
I mean, anything's possible. The thing is that we can speculate, all these characters, but we don't know what take that they're going to.
Right.
It's going to be an adaptation. It's going to be, like you were saying, Sil. It's going to have what do you call it?
Elements.
Elements. Thank you. Elements of Flashpoint.
Okay. Yeah, but I mean, they said post Suicide Squad they wanted Margot to do another role beyond James Gunn's Suicide Squad. So would that possibly be it? I'm saying possibly. Boom, done.
Well, they want another Harley Quinn movie. That's the thing. But this last one,
or do you think they would use?
For some reason, I don't think Leto and her is gonna. I think if they do another Harley Quinn movie, it's gonna be with Poison Ivy and what they're doing with the animated Harley.
Yeah.
They're gonna go that direction without Joker.
That's right. That's right. Hey, he didn't invite me. I invited myself.
I was like, how the hell did he get in here? This is nerds only.
I mean, Matt, if you want to come on, just come on here. Although you know what I watched the other day was I watched the BVS broken down into episodes by Garza. The one that he put together. I thought it was pretty cool, but it just got me more psyched to see Zack Snyder's Justice League, even especially if it was in episodes.
You weren't already psyched?
I already was. No, I wasn't actually.
Elements.
Multipass.
Multiverse.
Kal-El, no.
Was Nick talking or was?
Sorry,
why did you say that name?
I'm new with this hosting stuff. If I cut you off, it's only because I cut you off.
Because he's used to doing that on Four Nerds.
He's like, it's only because I don't know any better.
Yeah.
He's in.
Elements.
Elements. And that's the thing, is that we don't know what characters exactly that we're going to see in this movie. So however it comes out, it's going to be good, but it's going to be interesting to see how what his take is on the story.
Like as is lying.
Yeah.
Margot Robbie's doing a Joker Harley film. Yeah, okay.
Well, he was legit until just then.
Yeah, he was legit until then.
Yeah, that's like his Nick Cage story. Y'all saw his post on Twitter.
I loved him in
ass trolling right now.
He would have been a better Batman.
Who?
Nick Cage.
I don't think he'd be better any one of them.
I said there's a theory. I got to see a theory, man. I didn't see that theory about Joker and Harley, but I don't believe it right now.
Gotham City Sirens movie with Margot Robbie. I believe that's the direction they're probably going to go, unless she's Yo-Yo. Emma Stone for Poison Ivy. I don't know about that. Uma Thurman, please no. We've already had her.
No.
She's not coming back. Yeah, that's
no, that ain't gonna happen.
Multi-pass.
Let's see. Who would you cast for Supergirl?
I think she's already cast.
You think so?
Oh yeah, and who cast her? Zach?
Well, yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
I like the theory that's out there that Sophia Buttielli, or whatever her name is.
Booty? I'm thinking I'm already gonna like her.
I like elements.
I'm psyched right now. I am so psyched to see this.
But
I want to see it now.
I do like the theory of Supergirl being captured by Darkseid and being turned into Grill. I love that theory.
Hey, how come when I brought up elements of that theory, just the other day you were like, "Hey, that's a stupid theory." It's a damn good theory.
And he did bring that up. You're a dumbass.
That's probably the words. That's the words he was using. I think that's what it was.
I'm sorry, Nick. I was half listening.
Was it the words I was using, or the words that Mr. Z was using?
Mr. Z.
But no, wow. But no, I heard that theory like a month ago about Supergirl. And I kind of sat on it because I was like, and then everybody started talking about it. So I like the theory now.
Release the Benaries cut.
No, Birds of Prey is not being erased. I'm sorry, Bad Dan.
Oh my goodness.
Multiverse.
So do you think that they're going to go forward and do an actual Batgirl movie? And are they going to use that little girl that pooped out the diamond?
No.
Or are they going to go with? I'm always going to say, because that's the story. That was the movie. She had to poop out the diamond. No. Do you think they're going to go with Commissioner Gordon's daughter?
Eventually, yes.
Okay.
They should.
Do you think J. Jonah Jameson would be Commissioner Gordon for that movie?
I don't know. That's the kind of sketchy part. Yeah.
That's a tough one.
I mean, if Ben Affleck's involved, then yes. But if not, then no.
I would love to see Ben Affleck in the Batgirl movie, but like as a cameo. Just same thing like with Suicide Squad. I would love to see him just sort of pop in. Sophia Loren? Well,
Sophia Boutier? Am I saying her name right? Somebody in the chat tell me.
Hey, I was reading Matt's post. I don't know. Nicolas Cage will not be returning as Superman.
I come from a distant planet called Krypton.
He even looked terrible in like the
what's her name?
What I'm going to do is I'm going to steal the Declaration of the United States. The writer's going to come. Wait, wrong movie. Paul Revere is. I can't do anything. I can't think of any lines I'm trying to do.
Okay, it's Sophia Butella.
Butelli?
Sophia Butella.
Butella. Like the noodle?
Butella.
Like Butella, like Botella, like bottle?
Like the word I said, Butella. That's like
Butella.
What the hell are you saying, Seal?
Joe Manganello?
Butella. Manganella.
Manganella.
Think mango. Think mango. Mango. Yeah.
You like
what's
mango?
up? Like, what's up, man?
Yeah, Yeah, exactly.
So her name is Sophia
Butella.
Nutella.
I
Nutella.
love Nutella.
I love Nutella. My son calls Nutella Donatello. I don't know why, but he does.
Thanks, Icey.
That's awesome. That's beast.
I just wrote butt and then Tella. Oh, there we go.
Boo. Tell her.
Boo. It really is Boo. Who is this? Oh, this girl. Okay.
Yeah, from the Mummy. So she was on set, during Zack Snyder's principal photography. So that's what we're thinking.
Have Amazon, according to Jeffrey.
Well, don't listen to Jeffrey. Next question.
I
Next
disagree.
question. Next question.
I'm sorry, he's right. Like 60% of the time.
Well, this is part of the 40%.
Do you want to say that Zack Snyder's Justice League will follow David Ayer's Suicide Squad? I mean, at the end of the day, it will. But as far as release, if we do get David Ayer's Suicide Squad, it will be after Zack Snyder has released the entire Justice League on HBO Max.
But chronologically, yes, when Ayer Cut's release is going to predate, Zack Snyder's Justice League. Yeah.
I think it's just gonna be more of like a setup for Justice League.
Skip that.
Yeah.
Nick Cage, they got to bring him back.
Manga Nello.
He said Zoe.
Manga,
like the comic.
Not like Mango Yellow.
Mango Yellow.
No yellow.
Manganello.
Manganello. Nello.
I want to hear him say it in real life.
Well, I did. That's what I'm telling you now. I'm telling you what he said.
I mean, I don't think she's Supergirl. I think she's probably Grail. I'm looking at photos of her right now.
Yeah,
probably both.
It could be both.
I like the idea. I do.
I mean, that's her right there.
Yeah, Sophia Butella.
I'm Supergirl.
The Dark Universe. She was
He already said that. He already said
was in the Mummy. He already said that.
Come on,
bam, right there. You heard it here.
Right?
You heard it here first.
This is a 4 nerd show right now. Like you're behind.
I have selective hearing when it comes to the truth.
Yeah, I see. I'm used to that.
I would love to see George Clooney come back, but I think he's still paying on that back card.
No,
he will never come back.
He's just
the Burton verse.
Freeze, I'm Batman.
Yeah. It's like, hey, Freeze, what are you doing? And that was the other thing too. He had no voice. He just talked out of the bat suit. I was like,
he didn't have a bad voice. Yeah, he had no bad voice.
When he was Bruce Wayne. As Bruce Wayne, he wasn't too bad, but as Batman,
and that's just normal for the guy.
But as Batman,
you see that video? The video, he like shook his head so much.
Yeah, he was just like, hey, Freeze. Wait, you're not Nightwing, you're still Robin with a cape.
What's going on?
You want to ride in my Batmobile for one?
No, I mean honestly, if they're gonna bring back any Batman, they got to bring back Val Kilmer and bring him back in present day form.
No,
he's about as big as Marlon Brando.
I know
in that movie that he was in with Marlon Brando. What was that? The Beast, the Isle of Dr. Moreau.
Yeah. No, they're
age has definitely, age has definitely gotten the best of them.
Yeah, it's horrible. I mean, at least Keaton can still fit into a costume.
Yeah,
and he was still believable as Vulture. I was like, dude, awesome. I love it. I'm totally down. So,
bro, it's gonna be awesome, man.
Yeah. So let me go ahead and get your since we're wrapping up here, let me get your final thoughts, man. What do you guys think, or what would you love to see? What do you say that you cannot do without in the Flash movie? And I'm gonna go with our late bloomer first. Nick, go right ahead.
Hello, sir.
I just graduated puberty.
Oh wow!
I think I know. You had to take it to that level, you know what I mean?
I'm drinking Coors Light. Why couldn't you handle Coors? Why do you have to go with Coors Light? want you to start drinking the hard stuff, baby.
Can the man answer?
Oh, like drink what? Drink what? Like some old E that still drinking over here?
How much do they sponsor me? I'm not gonna show this can. So they sponsor me.
They sponsor me.
Hey, drink responsible Colt 45.
Yeah, Prime. He works for EA and still works for Old E. That's it.
Man, I'll take it.
OE, not EA. I think if we're gonna see anybody that I want to see, yeah, there it is. You nailed it. Is Reverse Flash.
Yes. What do you think about the Reverse Flash being gender swapped? That's a rumor.
I mean, they might do that, but to be honest, just keep it the way it is. I prefer to be a man.
Whoa.
I know. This is on shaky ground. He's gonna boot me now.
A little too risque for this channel.
I would say keep it closer to the source material, and keep it Eobard Thawne. Yes. And I think Andrew Good would be a good actor to portray him because he comes across as smart, intelligent, but he's manipulative. Like you can't trust that guy. So I think he would be really good. That's the character I want to see.
Okay. Awesome. That's a good pick. Good choice.
What do you think? Thank you.
Anyone else from the Rogues Gallery? Like we've already seen Captain Boomerang. I'd love to see Captain Cold, Heat Wave, or Top, or somebody. Just somebody from there.
Weather Wizard.
Anybody.
Weather Wizard.
Any of those people would be cool. Bring Mark Hamill for Trickster.
Why not?
He needs to be back in the spandex.
Yeah, why not?
They don't want me for Luke Skywalker anymore.
Yeah. Well, I mean, for Flash first movie, you got to do Reverse Flash. You got to set it up or have him in it somehow. I heard, the gender swap thing, but I mean, if you have the right female, like if you have like Kate Blanchett or somebody doing it, I wouldn't mind if she did Reverse Flash. She's not that bad as an actress.
Kate Blanchett, like Lord of the Rings roles.
Lord of the Rings.
And Ragnarok, she was pretty good in Ragnarok.
She was, but what wasn't that?
You want her to be Reverse Flash?
I'm just saying, pick a strong female.
But that's a cornerstone character, and you're gonna go with Kate Blanchett. You're gonna be
someone like her.
Sorry, man, we're gonna need you to run.
Someone like her. It's all CGI.
You heard it here. You heard it here. The culture nerd has confirmed Kate Blanchett is playing Reverse Flash. Maybe
actually, but I will say she'd probably be in that Doctor Strange movie. But I'm gonna not talk on that anymore. But as far as I want to see Reverse Flash. I do. In a Flash movie. Period.
Awesome. So I think.
What do you want to see?
Yeah, I know.
You didn't say.
What can I not do with that? Man, I would have to say the Flash would have to be in the Flash movie.
Come on.
All right, wrapping up.
That's gonna do it. Next topic.
I would love to see them give me a Hunter Zolomon. Yes, I want to see Reverse Flash, but I think that's sort of like a given because of Flashpoint.
Yeah.
Because he's the whole reason for Flashpoint. I would love to know that Hunter Zolomon lives in this universe, and that would be pretty cool to set up for a Flash sequel, kind of like what they did with the Flash TV show, where the first season was the best because it had Eobard Thawne. The second season was the best, and the last because it had Hunter Zolomon. No. So I think you can't go wrong with those two versions of evil speedsters. Yeah.
I think one other character that I think would be cool to see is Grodd. Somehow, some way, if they integrated him, the big gorilla, and his kingdom, that'd be pretty cool. I think that would be cool.
You already had your chance. You already.
I know. What is this?
Honorable mention. Honorable mention.
You can't come back and say that.
Hey, Truth agrees with me. Look, Truth 31, he agrees.
Truth 31. It's the man. I think you stole his comment.
Yeah. I should play Ray Fisher.
right field.
Right field.
Oh, I was like, what?
He should play Ray Fisher.
Yeah, 231. I know, Nicotina stole your comment. I know 231.
It was like simultaneous, right?
You
When
stole
I said
your
it.
comment. I got you.
Oh, here we go.
We got you, fam.
All right, well, go ahead and close us out, buddy.
All right, thanks for tuning in to this speculation video. We hope you enjoyed this I don't know, this live event.
Stream.
Yeah.
Yes. Go ahead and plug yourself, Nick.
Oh, okay. Can
Right now, still, you're up next.
well, I would like to. Can I show my Twitter handle? I mean, you're robbing me of some precious
material. Thursday, Ryan. I'm just telling you right now.
Hold on, buddy.
You're asking to
be ready Thursday.
Technical difficulty here. Hold on.
He doesn't know how to use StreamYard yet.
What are we doing? Brand? There was settings.
It's under banner or whatever.
Another 30 minutes before we get
I know.
Just say your handle, Nick.
No.
Just say your handle.
You can follow me at.
No, that's not it.
It's one of these.
Just say
You can follow me on Twitter. You can follow me on Twitter. So why don't you go first? Jesus. I can't even talk. You guys are just okay. Follow me at the Nicotina Show on Twitter and the Nicotina Show on YouTube as well. Like, subscribe. I appreciate all you guys' help and all your contributions to the show, all your laughter, everything. And okay, so check this out. I'm going live tomorrow night. I already invited Ryan. Still, you're always invited. I'll send you the links. And Eric from Howard Boiled Entertainment is going to try to do it one more time. We did a test run today. I didn't see any improvement, but we're going to try and do it. He was like, he goes, "Does this work?" And I'm like,
no.
Yeah, you're good. It was a little bit better, though. It was a little bit better. He claims that if there's less people on there, it works better for him. I don't see how that correlates, but if he thinks it works, then we're going to try it out. It might be a one-on-one session at first.
He's going to turn into a dog again.
He's going to turn into a dog.
I was like,
bad boy, get down.
Is that a full moon?
And at one point he was like, you know what? Just forget it. I was like, oh no. And then still took a spot.
Oh, that was pretty funny. Yeah.
And still was like, hey, what's up?
I was like, oh, let's jump in here.
I had to beat the dog.
Whoa. Now that's
like
all right, Still, go ahead and plug yourself.
So yeah. So your turn's over. Your turn's over. But yeah, so we got the tag down here for me now. That's Still Abdul. I'm a writer with Culture Nerd. I'm a member of the Four Nerds with Ryan. We got our show coming up this Thursday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. We did have some breaking news now for the Four Nerds, Ryan. You should have got that chat in our Four Nerds chat. We got Robert Burnett, the Robert Burnett coming July 9th. So it'll be in 2 weeks. We're gonna have Robert Burnett at the Four Nerds. We're gonna loosen them up and get him to laugh a little bit.
The hard questions.
We're gonna ask him about Campia. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah.
I'm asking him about Campia.
Are you?
Yes.
Yeah,
so
y'all
be there for that.
Why are you Campia's sidekick? Why isn't Campia your sidekick?
Y'all be there for that.
That's my only question.
I want to see that.
That's gonna be fun, but that's in 2 weeks. But we got a show coming up this Thursday with Lightcast. That's the guy that was terrorizing the chat. We're gonna give him to drop some spoilers. Yeah, so it's gonna be fun.
Oh, he has a great comment too.
I don't want to watch the movie anymore.
Yeah, True 31. We giving Robert Burnett that work. I'm telling you, we're gonna break him down. All right, go ahead, Ryan.
All right, go ahead and plug your channel.
Oh, Mad Matt Vids. Follow me on Twitch. Follow me on YouTube. I do gaming videos, funny moments with my friends for Call of Duty, and yeah.
All right, so thanks for tuning in, everybody, and I appreciate everyone for coming on the stream. Nerdy Many Ways was in here earlier. Make sure you go to his channel and subscribe if you haven't done so already, and we'll catch you next time, guys. Thanks a lot.
Yeah. Is it